Welcome back to Ketone Studios on this lovely Monday. One of two reasons is I had the day off, and then the other, the Cardinals trashed the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. So a great day altogether. And we also have a great show with a lot of close games. So we'll get to it soon.
Welcome to the show, live from Mesa, Arizona, with your host, Garrison Stevens. Ryan Dieter. Hold on. There he is. Produced by Keaton Mangiolo.
Yeah.
Just two Beardos.
All right, here we go. We're going to start off week 6. We're going to talk about the transactions, obviously, before we get beginning here. So, Garrison, what happened before the week began?
Well, if you really want to know, let's dive right into it.
Which is going to be...
Okay, so we had a couple transactions, a couple big ones. Marcus picking up Chase Claypool, who's been a stud since his huge breakout game last week. Dropped Julian Edelman. I mean, I don't love that he dropped him, but I mean, to pick up Claypool's been a lot more solid than Edelman. But yeah, another transaction, another sad one. I had to drop Dak. That was sad. Ryan Tannehill, Marcus picking up Tannehill, dropping Garoppolo. That was another solid pickup for Marcus. So he's just all around making good moves right now, except for I don't think he should have dropped Hunter Henry and picked up Jimmy Graham. I didn't really like that one that much. But Henry was on a bye, but now he's coming back.
He might be picking them up again. Who knows?
Yeah, probably. Alexander Madison was probably one of the top guys to pick up this week, and he just really didn't have that great of a week, which is kind of a shocker because, run-heavy Vikings team, and they just couldn't get it going with him. That was just crazy.
Well, who they were playing? They were playing some good...
Oh, wait, they were playing the
rush
Falcons,
defense.
right?
Oh, yeah, they were.
Yeah, and he got game scripted, so never mind. They were down that whole time, and they had to throw. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm hoping that pays off later on.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm hoping Michael Thomas comes back and I don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see.
Yep. Probably the last one we're going to talk about here is I picked up Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, I got game scripted in that one. They went up big, didn't need to throw, ran the ball the rest of the time. Ryan absolutely loves it because he has James Conner, so he was loving it. I was watching the game with him.
And they kept getting first downs.
Yeah. The only thing that Ryan was really annoyed about was that they kept pulling Conner at the goal line and kept running it with other guys.
Even though he was destroying
Marcus, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you guys my PTSD every week since it happened.
Oh my gosh.
You never know when you're going to need those points. That's just a coach's mentality, man. I'm a coach.
I'm a coach. Hey, coach.
Keep telling yourself that, Ryan.
But yeah, it's interesting. The Steelers. If we get back to the Steelers, it's interesting because you picked up Juju, and hasn't been utilized. I think it's because maybe he's the number one receiver on that team, or supposedly.
Ooh, Claypool?
Juju.
Oh, Juju's not the number one anymore.
Well, what I'm saying is Juju was, and now that opened it up for Claypool. Maybe now maybe now teams keying on Claypool. So
yeah, true.
We'll see how that works out.
I think Claypool totally took over that Antonio Brown role, and Juju just I have no clue what's going on with Juju. He had like 2 points. I was just like, it's just so weird to me, because he's supposed to be the stud, and Claypool's outplaying him big time.
Yeah, I think Marcus did pretty well this week as far as the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Like we said with Claypool, and then also dropping Garoppolo for Tannehill.
Yeah.
Couple solid pickups, and then we also wanted to make mention that Nick had his first transaction of the year.
Yeah, huge moves, Nick. Dropping Matt Breida, picking up Devontae Freeman. I actually like it because Breida isn't even the guy in Miami. It's Myles Gaskin, who I picked up over the weekend. Actually, over the week. But yeah, I mean that was a solid move for
and now
for
Freeman,
Nick.
well, especially with Le'Veon Bell. So now it's going to be more of Freeman.
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
is he on the Jets?
No, he's on the Giants.
Oh, wrong New York team.
Wrong
Sorry.
New York team. I was like, wait a second, what? Le'Veon Bell with the Chiefs now.
Wrong, you're stupid. Now wait just a minute. And you're ugly, just like your mum.
Very true.
Hopefully my mom's not watching, Keith. She's going to come after you.
Your mom is the sweetest.
Yeah.
That's the only part that wasn't true.
Okay.
So let's get into week 6. Who do you want to start out with, Ryan? Do you want to start out with you guys? You and Marcus?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Let's roll with it. So this game was the biggest separation of points.
Yeah.
So, Lamar, after I ask and plead about it, he finally scored over 30 points.
Yeah, Lamar getting it done, man. I have him in my other league, and he actually did pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, so he helped out, and I think it's just all across the board. I think I had people pretty much do what they were, I was hoping them to do. Other than Madison, we talked about that. He didn't get as many points.
Yeah.
Ingram, I was just needing a tight end in the meantime while Waller was on a bye.
I mean, look at Pittsburgh D, too. 19 points. That's definitely solid. I mean, that was your second biggest scorer was your defense, so that's huge right there.
Yeah. And Ridley and Connor, pretty much like I said, they did what they were supposed to.
Yeah,
Diggs.
Jones gets absolutely. I mean, usually this guy's putting up 20 plus a week, but that whole what?
I was just gonna say that game was just. I mean, the Buccaneers always have a really good rush defense.
They trashed him, yeah.
And so he hardly got any yards, but I did get lucky that he scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
On the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that game was pretty crazy. Marcus had Tom Brady on the other side of that, and the Packers, for the most part, limited Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, holding him under 20 points, I would take that any day of the week.
It's the crazy thing. Marcus kind of got smacked in the mouth, but his kicker ends up being his top guy. 20 points.
Young Ho, man.
Young Ho Koo.
Young Ho Koo.
Young Ho Koo.
We knew it.
We knew he loved the young hoes,
Dude,
so he goes off for him.
You gotta love him. How can you not love him?
Especially when he scores 20 points for you.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love it.
And he just texted me like minutes ago. He's like so disappointed again that his defense gave him negative points while the other defense that he played against went off. So last week it was Dez, right?
Yeah. His
defense went off. And then this week, my defense kind of goes off, and he gets negative points for defense.
Never fun getting negative points.
I mean, he takes a little bit of a shot here with Crowder and sits Woods. Has Kamara on a bye, which probably hit him real hard, which it did, because Kamara's been unbelievable. That really hurts him, but other than that, man, that's tough.
Well, let's talk about one of the guys on his bench. Big news that happened that we hadn't talked about yet because we've been off the air is Le'Veon Bell, and he signed with the Chiefs.
Yep.
So that's a whole new role, which actually also affects Garrison.
Yep, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire now. Here's the thing. I don't expect Le'Veon to just completely take away every single touch from Edwards-Helaire. I think it's going to be a committee now. There's no way Bell's coming in halfway through the season and just completely – it's not like they're going to bench Edwards-Helaire.
No, but I think he's going to get more reps than what the current backup's getting.
It does cut into his workload, which sucks.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, he's got Tannehill, Claypool. He's got a solid roster still, man. I mean, yeah, he took the L this week, but, No,
but there's people on his bench performing.
Yeah,
Claypool, he benched.
I would love to get Claypool, man. He's been so good.
Tampering.
Oh,
we got tampering.
Tampering.
Tannehill on his bench, almost scoring 40.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to see who he rolls with this week with Tannehill or Brady.
Yeah. I mean, Brady had that one really good week for him, but other than that, he hasn't really been doing that good for Marcus.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? He might roll with Tannehill here pretty soon. So, yeah. All right, next game, we'll go to Luke and Nick. So, D's Lutz versus It's Penn Island. What happened here was it. I mean, it was ugly from the
Yeah.
beginning. However, with the Monday night game, Nick actually made it pretty respectable with Murray and Drake.
Yeah, Drake finally goes off.
Yep.
Everything we wanted to see from him.
As a Cardinals fan,
Yeah, as a Cardinals fan at least. He breaks that 69-yard touchdown run at the end of the game, which was awesome. You just love to see the Cardinals beating up on the Cowboys because, hey, if there are any Cowboys fans out there, the letter of the day is L. So take it. Yeah, I love it because I love it when the Cowboys lose.
Yeah, Kyler again went over 30 points, and it just, I just feel a little bit for Nick here because he has guys going for 6, 4, 2, 7, 4, 5 points
Yeah.
for the rest of his team. And if he would have got a little bit of extra help from other people, Gronk would have helped him out pretty big this week. But he is making moves on the roster or on the waiver wire, so hopefully he might be able to dip into that kind of stuff. T.Y. Hilton probably won't have a game like that again this year. Who else? Michael Gallup, that's going to probably hurt because Dak's out. Keaton knows a little bit about that with Amari Cooper. Got lucky. We'll get to that soon. We'll get lucky. Well, don't say anything.
Okay. I won't
get
say
to that
anything.
Completely cuts off Key.
And then Luke, again, we went on a staycation here, and we were talking about fantasy football and everything like that. And
Just you and Luke by yourselves?
yeah, we were in the lazy river. We were just in the lazy river, just riding around.
How was it?
It was nice, just marinating in the water.
Did you say
Yeah.
marinating? I don't know if I like that.
I bet that was a sight for the kids.
Yeah, jeez.
They actually did like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk
We
about
were talking about, it's like, oh man, it would have been nice if we had microphones in here and just talk about the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the road today. Great Wolf
All
Lodge.
the water.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So let's talk about Luke real quick. I traded Julio to him this week. I got Juju and Cam. I really panicked about Dak, and I feel like Cam coming back from the COVID list didn't have the best game, but I still think he's going to do good for the future for me. Julio comes back, has a great game. Nothing you can do about it. You just got to. You can't be mad that you traded that player away. What if?
Sure you can.
I mean, you can, but why? Why be mad about it?
I'm
It's
pissed.
just gonna. I'm pissed.
I'm pissed it's not even my
I know.
guy.
We're
Yeah.
pissed for you.
Okay, I'm not even mad.
I'm
I'm
pissed.
just pissed. No. Yes. It happens. It's okay.
Can't do much.
Yeah, you can't do much
Can't do
about it.
much.
All right. Moving on to Keaton and Matt. Matt
loves this game.
Matt starts the day off with Derrick Henry playing, who absolutely goes off for 40 points.
What did Gina say?
Oh,
His hair looks
poop
like
hair.
a poop.
Looks like a poop.
His hair looks like a poop. Yeah, Derrick Henry's hair absolutely looks like a piece of poop. Like his helmet pooped.
But his play on the field is not poop.
Yeah,
Nope,
that's-
it is absolutely
he's leaving all that
amazing.
poop behind his back.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, man. Holy crap.
No pun intended.
Holy poop.
Holy poop on the back. He's killing it.
He has Kittle. Have a good game. Josh Allen, not the greatest game from him. Against a good Kansas City defense. But what is good for Matt is this. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
I've been waiting for this for like a minute.
I'm kidding. So thing with Matt, he sits Ronald Jones, plays Devin Singletary. Singletary absolutely just a bust. 5 points. Ronald Jones gets 26 on the bench for him. That's a hard pill to swallow. Mike Evans ends up with 2 points. Cup 4 points. When
You had a wide receiver on the bench for 21,
Yeah.
almost 22.
and another one for 19. So it's just, but at the same time, are you really sitting Mike Evans for Brandon Cooks? Probably not. Let's be
No.
honest. So, there's really nothing you can do about that because I would have made the exact same thing. I don't know if I would have started Singletary just because Zach Moss is there. But other than that, I mean, when Matt has Nick Chubb come back here in a couple weeks, I think it's like 4 or 5 weeks, he should be good. But still, that's a long time to have one of your top guys be out. So
Yeah, going back to that Zach Moss point, I don't think, unless he did know, Matt, that Zach Moss was coming back this week. And so it was going to take out of Devin Singletary.
yeah, and another thing over the week that happened, Melvin Gordon actually got a DUI, saying his suspension is probably going to be coming for him. He'll be losing another guy if that suspension comes down. He didn't even play this week. Not looking good. So, I mean, he's got Jones and Singletary and Henry, but if one of these guys goes on a bye, he may have to plug in Singletary again, which I don't love. But, man, that's just rough. He already lost Chubb. Now he's going to lose Gordon. That's just tough right there.
And then on Keaton's side, biggest performer, which usually happens all the time, is Patrick Mahomes. But how about that defense,
How about the Tampa Bay defense? Like, Keaton absolutely, like... I'm going to be completely honest. I thought this game, the Tampa Bay Green Bay game, was going to be a shootout. You know?
Yeah, we can probably go back on that recording from last week.
Yeah, it's insane because Tampa Bay just completely shuts down Rodgers. That Tampa Bay defense ends up with 20 points.
Didn't Rodgers get like 3 points?
He got like
we
2.
haven't talked about it yet.
Two?
But yes.
But we'll go into that.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
jumping
I
the
have
gun.
something to talk about that for this week.
Yeah. Let's talk about the win though from Keaton. He wins 128.8 to 122.88.
It was a nail biter.
It was a nail biter. Andy Dalton throws a touchdown to Amari Cooper on the 1-yard line. Keaton takes the lead and ends up winning by 6. Absolutely insane win by Keaton. That is like the greatest right there.
I was seriously more excited than I am watching like playoff games. I'm like sitting there jumping up, screaming.
Yeah.
That's the only game I've watched
Yeah.
this week. But hey,
That's
it
awesome.
was exciting.
Yeah,
But hey, a good thing that you gotta see on your bench, Key, is that Hurst is actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, which was kind of annoying.
Yeah,
honestly.
which is annoying, but hey, you got the win this week. No such thing as a bad win.
Yep.
And then Kirk actually having a really good game too. He had 22 points.
Yeah, Ryan and I were actually talking
So-
about that, trying to decide. Like, it's hard to decide to put him in because
It's-
he'll do that and then
Yeah.
he'll do nothing.
It's tough because you have Hopkins too.
yeah,
So I mean, if that whole offense does bad that week, then it's just not good.
yeah.
But it's a risk. But yeah, you just got to look at matchups sometimes. But yeah, I think with the whole Green Bay game, Tanyan ends up with 5 points. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like I'm shocked that Tanyan had 5 points because Devontae Adams came back, so it's and he's the main guy. Adams was out when Tanyan had that amazing 3 touchdown game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Tanyan's gonna suck the rest of the year. I'm just saying,
Well, I just had to
that-
pick someone up, and
Yeah.
Hurst wasn't doing good for the last couple of weeks. I was like, well, I'm just gonna mix it up, and
Yeah.
it didn't work for me. But
didn't work out there, but you got the win. That's
Hey,
all that really
yep.
matters, man.
And I think we should put on the screen the text message between you and Matt right after the game or right after that touchdown.
yeah, just so we don't have to say it. It was there's some obscenities, but
We could blur it out. Blur it.
Blur it out.
I don't know. I don't think most of our viewers can read, so that's not just joking.
Dang.
I mean,
yeah,
we
that
got like Marcus, Luke. I don't know if they know how to read.
Luke does. 'Cause we had to read the, like, you have to be this tall to ride the slide kind of stuff.
Oh my god.
We keep trashing on Marcus. He gets so pissed.
I know.
Suzelle, I'm just messing.
So we'll move into the upset of the week. Me versus my brother Dez. Dez coming in 4-1 with a full head of steam. And I end up beating him 98.3 to 88. Dez absolutely has the worst week of the season for him. Aaron Rodgers goes for 3.8 points. He absolutely gets shut out in this game against Tampa Bay.
Can we hold up there?
Yeah, what's up?
Because I got trashed on by someone on this show, no names are going to be said, of why would you play Bridgewater over Rodgers?
Okay.
Just want to say. And then Rodgers went off for 3.8 points.
Okay, but look at Bridgewater, 9.4, really?
Huh, that's weird. That would have been a difference of a win versus
Nope.
a loss.
It actually wouldn't have.
Close to it.
Yeah. But yeah, really, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Both quarterbacks did horrible.
But
It
one did
actually
more horrible
shocked
than
me-
the other one.
It actually shocked me that Rodgers did this bad because right when Rodgers was playing and they were up 10-0, I was like, well, I can kiss my fantasy week goodbye. And then he absolutely goes for 3.8 points. It's insane. Let's move on to my team real quick. The hero of the week, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, goes off for 20 points. Outscores Zeke. That's all I needed. I was up by 1 point. Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes off on Monday night, beating out Zeke. That's all I needed to win. He does it, and I love you. I love you, CEH. It was amazing. Other annoying thing, everyone blowing up on my bench. I got Cam Newton, who actually did better than Big Ben. Juju, I don't even know if we'll get into that because I don't even know what's going on with him. Will Fuller going off for 24. Jonathan Taylor and DJ Moore going off for 14 and 15. Having a good week on my bench. But it doesn't matter. Hey, there's no such thing as a bad win. I don't care that Dez is one of the highest scoring people. He didn't score that much, and I won. That's all that matters. I won. I don't care that he scored 88 points and it was the least amount in the league that time. I won. That's all that matters.
Wait, did you win?
I think I won. All right.
So as a tally for this week, Garrison actually went 100%.
Yeah. All my predictions were correct. I went 4 for 4.
And I totally forgot we didn't see if Nick or how Nick and Marcus did for this week.
I
went
Marcus
2 for
picked me.
4.
Marcus picked me.
Both of them picked against me.
Oh, so they didn't.
So
get
that
the
was a
perfect.
loss. And then I think I can't remember the rest of them,
Yeah.
but
You want to jump into the awards?
we can.
All right. Let's
Well,
do
first
it.
before that, Garrison did take the lead on the total prediction score. So he's 13
Oh, yeah, so I'm
for
13,
24.
yeah.
I'm 12 for 24.
Yeah, still very close.
Still a close battle.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we'll get into our awards here. Our first award is our Uncle Rico Award. It could have gone to 2 different people, but we decided on one, and that one person is in New York, and his name is Matt Wright.
Yeah. Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We'd have been state champions, no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
So that goes to
That gets me every time. I love that.
that goes to Uncle Rico Award. Again, the team that lost, and if they would have played someone different on their bench, they would have
Ronald
gotten a win.
Jones.
Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So sorry, Matt, but if you would have put him in, you would have beat Keaton this week.
You would have won in the fourth quarter.
You would have won. Yeah, that last touchdown by Amari Cooper wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, jeez.
So, and then we'll go on to our second award. This one goes to someone in this studio. I see you, bah.
Hey, I see you. Bye, bye.
And this one goes to the biggest upset of the week. And this, as Gary alluded to earlier in the show, goes to himself.
Woo!
He beat Dez 1-4, beat a 4-1 team, which actually helps me out as well because now I am 4-2 and tied with Dez.
Yeah, I screwed the house on that one.
Yeah, there's chaos.
Chaos.
The thing
Just
about
right
chaos.
What about it?
What about?
I don't
What
remember the
about?
line.
I can't either.
But come on, Ryan, it's your favorite movie. You finish it.
It's fair.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
But how was the household? Was there a lot of anger? Was there a Sunday dinner last night that
So-
got a little heated?
So there wasn't because Dez is now sick and my parents are still sick. So we
From?
didn't even. So my mom has COVID. I'm pretty sure. I haven't talked to her about her positive test yet. If she is positive,
She got tested
I think so.
You didn't
But
clarify positive for what though?
what?
for COVID.
For
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Where are you at?
Could have been
Are you
positive for something
high?
else. Who knows?
Really?
She's actually pregnant.
The crazy thing is I'm having a sister. No. So no, we didn't even get to chat about it at all really. Like Des kind of texted me afterwards and he's like, who would have predicted 3 points from Rodgers? I was like, I totally agree with you, man. I would have never predicted that. So it's just crazy to me.
Someone on the show kind of did.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
Ryan, you
my.
did it. Okay, calm down
Let's
over
pat Ryan on the back. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Can you?
there. No.
Can you?
Okay. Get back to these awards.
All right,
here.
so our third award is going to go to someone else in this studio, and it's me.
Of course, Ryan
Always
gets an award
Ryan.
every week.
This one's the You're Killing Him award.
Yeah.
And this is because I beat Marcus by 37 and a half points. So it wasn't as crazy or close of a game that I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I mean, Kamara could easily made that difference up in a game. So again, like last week, I got lucky that I caught Marcus when Kamara had a bye. So that is why I get the You're Killing Him award. And then our fourth and final is going to Luke, and this is for the Spinal. And again, this one goes to the team that wins and has the player that makes up the most amount of their points, carrying the team, hurting their back. And this is going to Julio Jones, who Garrison just traded recently to Luke. And it made up 27.28% of his points this week.
Crazy, huh?
Does that hurt a little bit, Gare?
Not really.
Just a little pinch?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think we're
just-
still pissed. Keith, we're still
just-
pissed
I'm
off about
super
that, right?
pissed.
Just a tiny bit, just a little more of the hurt, just a tiny bit.
What is
I
that?
don't know what that is.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it really hurts. I cried in the shower last night. No, I'm kidding. No, I haven't even thought twice about it. It's fine. Whatever. All right.
We'll get into our waiver wire for this upcoming week. There's a handful of people that I wanted to talk about. Maybe they're the same as Garrison. But the first and foremost one that's pretty interesting is Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
So he's kind of up and down, but his ups are 30 points plus, and that's happened 2 out of the 6 weeks. So he's out there. He just came off a 30-point production. So he's there with Thielen. Maybe teams are keying on Thielen more, and that's why Justin Jefferson's getting a little bit extra looks.
I mean, he is on a bye this week.
Okay.
So
Well, if you want him this week, then stash him for a week, maybe. I don't know.
on a bye this week, which kind of sucks. Another player that I'm looking at that's available, Hunter Henry. Noah Fant is available. How the frick is he available? I think Marcus might have dropped him. There's a lot of good tight ends out there. Gesicki is, I mean, even though he didn't have that great of a week, I mean, he had 0 points, but still, he's still a good ad, I think. He goes up against a Jets team that, I mean, probably got game scripted in that one. They're not throwing much.
And how about Marcus getting rid of Harrison Butker?
Yeah,
Who's like one of the best
whoa.
kickers in the NFL, but he dropped him from Young Ho, and Young Ho went for 20.
Yeah,
That was the right move.
you can't be mad about
You
that.
can't be mad at that. So Butker's out there. He's
Yeah.
a solid guy. I know he missed a PAT today at least from the game that I saw before I
Yeah,
left. But
I mean, another interesting guy that I think he's actually been pretty solid is Darius Slayton.
I have him on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's actually been doing pretty good. I mean, Daniel Jones coming up on a better schedule. His first like 4 or 5 weeks was very rough, and now he's coming up on a better schedule. So he might be a good ad.
Yep. He's on my list. He seems like the last 2-3 weeks I've seen him on the bottom line ticker with like a touchdown. So
Yeah.
that might continue. And then the other one, I know the Patriots haven't been playing that well, but Edelman's still out there.
Yeah,
So
Edelman too.
So if Cam Newton can figure it out and get the ball to Edelman, that might help out.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
The classic, definitely.
Yes. We'll get into the predictions here. Ryan, you want to go first?
Okay. Let's roll with, let's talk about Matt and Marcus.
All right.
So we got the OG champion, Team King Kamara, going on against each other. A couple of teams who I think are coming off losses. They both are. So they're both 3-3. So this is a pretty big matchup to kind of get some separation from each other. In this matchup, it's interesting. Josh Allen going against the Jets. That should be big time points for Matt. Derrick Henry That's gonna.
That's gonna be
he's not gonna
that's-
get 40 points
no
against the
way.
Pittsburgh defense. There's
Pittsburgh
no way.
defense they've got one of the best rush defenses.
Mhm.
That's
So that's
be a
gonna
tough
hurt.
matchup. But does Matt go as Singletary against the Jets? Probably not, right? I mean I wouldn't, but does he go? With
I
him?
mean, after listening to this podcast, he probably won't,
yeah, probably not.
or he does it
Um,
to stick it to us. Who knows?
So here's my little prediction on Kittle. He's playing New England. Bill Belichick's gonna take him out of the game. That's what.
Oh, I see what you're
yeah.
saying.
I'm not talking about hurting him. I'm just talking he's gonna make sure that Kittle doesn't hurt him.
Gotcha.
That Kittle's not the one exploding. That's what I mean. So I think Kittle for sure. He's not going off for 17. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the under. On
And
that
the
one.
other thing about Marcus is that's kind of on the negative side is Thielen has a bye this week.
Yep, but he does get
That's-
Kamara back.
Yeah, but I
Um,
mean, those are two of his biggest point makers.
yeah.
I mean, Tyreek
Gets-
Hill hasn't been doing amazing like he has in years past.
Yeah, he gets Kamara back. He can probably he's probably going to throw Hill back in that wide receiver 1 spot. He's got Claypool he could throw in there.
True.
So, I mean, who are you taking in this one? Because I'm taking Marcus.
I'm actually going the other side. I
You're
think I'm
taking
going to go
Matt?
with Matt here. I really like the Allen matchup against the Jets. I know Henry's going to get hurt by Pittsburgh there, but I also think Mike Evans will have a pretty big game against the Raiders. I think Kittle's going to – I know you say that New England's going to take Kittle out, but I think Kittle still is going to get his points in this way.
I think he's going to get points, but not he's projected 17.4. He's not going to get over 17.4. I'll tell you that.
okay.
I don't see it happening. That's just me.
But yeah, that Singletary move, I don't know who's on his bench that you replace him with that's available. I know Chubb's on IR.
Yeah,
Gordon's
Gordon.
dealing with a DUI.
Yeah.
So that does make me a little bit
I mean, he's got
weary.
Ronald Jones.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could just plug and play him.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
So yeah, I'm going with Matt in this matchup. So we split the difference on this
Yeah,
one.
I'm going to go with Marcus. Then we'll move on to the next one, Nick versus Keaton. I mean, he's got his kicker. Nick has his kicker and T.Y. Hilton on a bye. He's got Dalvin Cook out. Zach Ertz is out. It's tough. It's very tough. I'm going to take Keaton in this one. He can plug and play Mahomes or Wilson, whoever he decides on. It really doesn't matter. They're both absolutely unbelievable. Keaton's only got Mark Ingram on a bye, which I don't even think Keaton was even going to play Mark Ingram anyways.
I don't think I've played him yet.
So,
So
it doesn't.
I'm not
even-
too worried about that.
It doesn't even matter. I think Keaton wins this one big.
Yeah, I agree as well. I keep trying to find a week where I could pick Nick to win, and it just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
I keep trying to talk myself into Murray and Drake having big games like this week, I guess.
Yeah.
But even then, the rest of his team just sucked. OBJ, Odell Beckham #2, T.Y. Hilton. All these guys here, what did we say? None of them scored over 5 points or 7 points or something.
I mean,
like that.
it's rough when you got two guys going off and then the rest of your team has less than 7 points.
Yeah.
Between them, that's really tough. So
Yeah, that does suck. So,
yeah.
and the Cardinals are playing Seattle, who usually stop us pretty well on offense. So,
Seattle is pretty good.
I'm not really liking the matchups for Nick's guys versus Keats, who I think have better matchups
Yeah.
against. Even though, I mean, if you look at this, they're all on the road.
Whoa.
All your guys are on the road. Currently,
except for DeAndre Hopkins.
yeah,
Wow.
Hopkins is at home.
Wow, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and Ryan both taking Keaton in this matchup. We'll move on to probably the matchup of the week here. Luke, who's going to be 5-1 versus Dez, who's going to be 4-2. That's going to be a good one to watch. Also very tough for Dez. He's got Mark Andrews and Ravens defense, who have both been solid for him, out this week on a bye. That's just tough all around. Luke still has McCaffrey and Eckler on IR, but he's still solid with all the guys he has. I ended up going with Luke on this one. Mostert likely headed for IR. Sanders headed for IR. So he might have to find some replacements for his running backs. Whoa, I didn't realize that. I might even go Dez in this one. That changes everything. I totally forgot that Sanders and Mostert are going on IR. Oh shoot.
Who else is on his bench for running back?
Let's see.
I mean, McCaffrey and Eckler are hurt as well.
Yep. I mean, he's got no one.
I'm sure he's looking at that. Hopefully.
Yeah, he's gotta find another guy off the wire.
So does that change? Does that change your prediction?
Yes, that actually does. I'm gonna go with Dez on this one.
He's going with Dez over Luke.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take that one.
I think even with that knowledge, I'm still gonna take Luke. I think it's not gonna hurt him to find some other running back off the wire. I just think his team is still pretty powerful to beat Dez. Like you said, Andrews being gone, the Ravens' defense has helped him multiple weeks with like big numbers, and so he won't have the Ravens' defense. And then I'm still not a big Joe Mixon guy, so we'll see how that plays
he's been
out.
doing a lot better.
And then what the heck is up with Zeke? He sucked today.
Yeah.
2 fumbles.
I don't know.
And the other thing, now you got to think about Dak Prescott's gone. There's not really a threat to pass the ball, so they're going to stack the box. I didn't watch much of the game tonight, but is that what they did? Did they stack the Cardinals?
I didn't really watch the game either because I was working, but
I would imagine that's what teams are going to do.
Yeah.
Because that's the playmaker now.
I mean, I would do the same thing. I would shut down Zeke and say, "Okay, Andy Dalton, you try to beat us."
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I would do,
I think that's what the Cardinals did, to be
yeah.
honest.
And it really worked out, and I love it.
Yeah. So that's going to hurt, I think, this week as well, even if it's against Washington.
Yep.
Because their front seven actually is pretty sick.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Luke this week. I
I'll
think
go
he
with Dez.
stays with his one loss again.
Yep. We'll move into the last matchup, me versus Ryan. This is gonna be a good one. Very excited for this one.
You're about to get smacked on the mouth.
Bad thing for Ryan, he has Lamar Jackson and Alexander Madison out. I don't know if he was planning on starting Madison, but Jackson out, that does hurt him a little bit. But man,
I'll tell you right now, if Michael Thomas is playing, Madison's out of there.
Oh yeah, I mean, duh. I mean, you throw Aaron Jones right next to Connor, and yeah, I mean.
But Lamar. I mean, I don't know. I'll get back to you about the whole. Am I going to stick with Breeze or am I going to go after another quarterback?
Yeah, get back to me on that.
Okay.
I'll probably see your roster move on
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday, yep.
Garrison will be up at 3:00 in the morning.
No, I don't wake up at 3. I still think I got a solid team. I can at least compete with Ryan. There's no way I'm going to get blown out. That's what I think at least.
Market. Define blowout, by the way.
More than 40.
Okay.
Jonnu coming on, got injured. Might have to look for another tight end. Keenan Allen with a back injury on Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago or last week. Actually not. I may play him, may not. I'm going to have to monitor how everything goes this week. But the only thing that really worries me is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How much does Bell eat into that? Eat into his time. Yep. Well, I guess we'll have to see how that plays out, but that's a little sketchy. Might get rid of Patriots defense or just put him on the bench because they are playing San Fran. I just don't see the Patriots having an amazing day against San Fran, so I might even.
Are you going to move Fuller or DJ Moore?
I may move Fuller into the starting lineup.
4?
I don't know. I still got to decide.
Keenan,
maybe
Godwin.
But I'll look over all the matchups and stuff and see what's going on. I got my kicker out. It's okay. I still got Kareem Hunt. I still got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Not too worried about it, to be honest. I mean, that does hurt to have 2 running backs out, but I think it's going to be fine. Not too worried about it, actually. But I think it's going to be good for the week. We'll see how the Clyde Edwards-Helaire situation plays out. May sit him, may not. We'll see how that plays out. But
Yeah, you got some good matchups here. Kareem Hunt against Cincinnati.
yeah.
And
I mean,
then,
I got
yeah,
Devontae Adams against
CEH over
Houston.
Denver.
The only thing I don't love is
Jonnu Smith.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire against Denver, who has actually got a pretty good run defense. Jonnu Smith versus Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh's just a tough defense. But I mean, 2 undefeated teams going at it, Steelers and the Titans. So that would be a good game.
It will be a good game. So, yeah, I don't know if I said it already, but I'm picking myself.
Yeah, and I'm picking myself. So
Surprise.
gotta bring that positive energy to you. So it's been working the past 2 weeks. So I just got to keep it rolling. We'll see how it plays out. Me and Ryan will probably be texting back and forth.
Oh, you're not going to come hang out?
Oh, I don't know how the Sunday's going to go. And my parents might be feeling better. I might be with them.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't seen them in like 2 weeks.
I see you want to hang out with your family.
Yeah, I see that like my family's more important, I guess. I don't understand it. Like, so, I mean, anything else, Ryan? Or
No, those are our predictions. That's our recap. That's what we're planning on for this week. So should be another fun week. Again, we have a couple guys like our favorites that we mentioned last week, Des and Luke, going up against each other. We got the 2 Beardos going up against each other. It's going to be some good matchups this week. So
yeah, it's going to be really fun this week.
yeah, and we'll start to see if there's some separation in the standings.
Yep,
so
we'll see.
I think we're good, Gar.
All right. Yep, and we're just 2 Beardos, and we're signing off, guys. Take it easy.